Hi everyone, welcome to BIM Guru. In this particular video, we'll discuss about the spaces part in Revit. So let's start. Right now, I just open a dummy Revit project. Let's link one architecture file in which we have the rooms. So I'll go in Manage Links, click on Add, Revit, and Room Model, open. So it's kind of a link only. If you are having your architectural model in the project, you can link that one because the spaces will be created in MAP model. Okay, so let me give you a brief idea how we are using the spaces in the project. So this will be used mainly for MAP services, and if I'll specify in majority of cases for HVAC, because in HVAC we are having the heat load calculation, analysis. So for that one, we need the space of that particular area in which rooms will come, in which the plenum will come, and this kind of stuffs will come, so that we can have a proper area or the volume of that particular space. That will help us to calculate the heating and cooling load calculations. Okay, so that's the theoretical portion. Now let's come on how we can create the spaces and those kind of stuff. So I just linked our architectural file in this one, and in this architectural file we'll be having the rooms, right? That we have modeled in our previous video. So we all know that in architectural model we'll find the rooms, but how we can create the spaces based on those rooms. So let's start for this one. So at the first place that you need to do is that click on the link, go for edit type, click on room bounding should be checked, because otherwise the rooms will not rectify, the spaces will not rectify where the rooms are. Okay, so you need to click on that room bounding option. Now the second option, click on analyze tab, click on the space, and there will be place spaces automatically. Definitely you can place manually, but I'll go for automatically so that it can rectify overall rooms, and based on that one it'll create the spaces. Okay, so four spaces created automatically. Now let's go for schedule so that we can see that spaces are created properly or not. So I'll click on schedule, right click, new schedule and quantity, create for the spaces. Now let me add the parameters that I needed actually. So at the first place I need the name of the space. Number definitely you can add, but right now I'm not going for the number because I have rooms defined with the proper naming convention. So, but if you need the numbers of the spaces, definitely you can add that one as well. Okay. Now the second point that I need is um, what we call it after name. Yeah, definitely the type of the space, right? That's highly important for us. Definitely we'll discuss about that one as well. The third point that we may need zones. Definitely in this particular video will not cover zones. That will be covered in upcoming videos after than that. But it's highly important why we are going for zones, why we are creating the spaces, and then how it will be linked with zones as well. Uh, Click on OK now, and then let's see how it goes. So at the first place you can see the names are not the correct, like it had gone for the default space. Definitely it had gone for the numbers. If I'll add the number right here, click on the number, add, let me go for the second please. Okay, space 1234, but no. If I'll go right here, if I'll temporarily hide this one, check for the rooms. Okay, no worries, rooms are not hidden in this one, but no worries. So what we can do is that I just want all my spaces name will be directly changed based on the names or the numbers of the rooms. How I can do that thing? By automation, just go right here in plan view, click on space naming, and you can go for names and numbers based on the rooms, and it'll go for spaces as well. Okay, and if you want to go for names only, numbers only, it'll be like that. Okay, so I want to go for names and numbers. Right here also you can specify which level you want. Right now I have only one level, so it does not matter for me right now, but definitely if you are having different levels, you can select the hard one as well. Now click on OK, it's done. If I'll go right here, I can see these are the numbers. Definitely I did not mention properly in um and the rooms file, the architecture file, that is why it's not coming like that. But definitely the names whatever I have filled right there and the architectural model, it is reflecting right here. Definitely you can change after than that as well. So that's how we can directly interlink the rooms with the spaces namings. Okay, now the second point is the system, sorry, the space type, how you can define the space type. Okay, before than that, this highly important one more thing. You, if I'll delete this particular space from right here, there should be three spaces, right? If I'll go in space schedule, there are four spaces. It's not deleted. If you'll see, if you'll read this particular warning as well, the space was deleted from all the model views, but still remains in the project. Okay, so we can remove from the schedule only. So for example, if I want to remove this one, click on that particular, row and go right here to delete. Click on delete. Now it's deleted. But right now, that's not our purpose. I was just showing you how we can delete the schedule, sorry, the space. Okay. Now I just pressed Control Z, so I guess it's right here. Correct. So how we can create the space? We know how we can rename the spaces based on the room names. We know very well how we can delete the space. We know very well how we can create the schedule of the spaces. We know. Now, the important point, how we can define the space type. So one point is right here. You can directly click space type based on your name. You should know which category or which type it should reflect, right? So for example, these are the corridors. So I will go for if there is any corridor type of thing. Yeah, you can see corridor transition, corridor manufacturing facility, those kind of stuffs. So I would go for corridor transition. It means it's kind of a corridor for transition purpose only, but definitely based on your category you can select any of them. Okay, now click on OK. Now for example, my second one was, let's go for conference room. Okay, I'm not renaming right now, but let's suppose that's conference room. So I'll click on that one. I'll go for conference room. Yeah, it's conference meeting, so I can click on OK. That's how we can define the zone. You can see right here it's default, because if I'll go right here in Revit, and if I'll select this boundary, not this one, let me show you. Okay, it will not highlight that like that. Click on zone. Now it will be highlighted. So my default zone is created right there. Okay. So I can remove that one, but right now I'm not touching that one because we will be discussing about zones in my next video. So just forget about that one for this particular part. So the discussion that was happening for spaces, how we can create the space. Okay, the tagging, how you can tag the spaces. So click on space tag, paste, 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 done. Okay, so it's called 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's about the spaces, not the rooms. Okay. Now the second thing, okay, we covered spaces, space tag, space naming, zones definitely will cover in next video. Now the last point is coming for space separator. It's kind of same thing as we have used for room separator. So for example, I wanted to, you know, divide this particular space into two portion or three portion, or I just wanted to create a separator line so that I can create a new space. Okay, so for that one I'll click on room space separator, sorry, and I'll, for example, I'll go like that. I just wanted to create a different space. So now this is my corridor 1. Now this particular area is not defined right now as new space, so what I'll do is I'll click on space and I can select this one and I can give it as for example, let me tag it first of all. Space tag, click right here, and then I'll give it name as corridor 5. Perfect. Okay. Now, what I'll do is that there's one more option that we are having, spaces and zones. Click on this one, color schemes. Now, area and volume computations. So I'll click on that one, how you are defining your areas and those kind of stuffs. Do you want to calculate area plus volume both, or just area only, or how you are defining your room area based on wall finish, like the outside, what we can say, the end surface of the wall, or the center one, or those kind of stuffs you can select. Based on that one, it'll define your area, and based on that one only, it'll calculate your heating and load calculation, those kind of stuffs. Okay, so right now I'm not touching this one, but that's all that we are having right here as well. The last option that we are having is the color schemes. Click on that one. It'll show you if you want to show in terms of the presentation, your corridors or your, the spaces in different areas, how you can do that thing. So right here we are having all corridor fives. Corridor fives means I'm just going for the spaces. Total number of spaces 5. Visibility all are on. The colors, definitely these are the previews, but you can change that one. So let me go for the darker colors. So I would go for red at the first place. Second one I would go for that's green, then cyan, blue, and then magenta, based on your values of your, the spaces names. It'll define based on that one. Definitely you can choose based on what you want, based on the numbers, number of people, all those parameters are right here. Okay, so let me go for the names only right now. Click on OK. Now it already calculated. Now you can see right here color fill, so click on that one, color fill legend, press right here. Based on the species, definitely click on OK, and those are 5 corridors that we are having, and it'll show us in a proper color. So we can rectify. Okay, these are different names based on the names, but definitely you can go for based on your different parameters or system type as well. Sorry, not the system type, the space type. So that's how you can create the spaces, delete the spaces, renaming, naming, and the legend that you can prepare based on your parameters, those kind of stuffs you can do. So thanks for guys for watching this video. Let's meet in my next video. In my next video, I'll show you how you can interlink the spaces with the zones. So we discuss in this video how we can interlink the room names and numbers with the spaces. Now we'll go further for zones as well. Okay. Thanks for guys again. Let's meet in my next video.